Welcome back to the Machine Design Engineer YouTube channel. In previous video we have selected a ball screw using real engineering calculations. We determined the correct lead, verified buckling and selected a critical speed from catalog from chart and finalized the correct size ball screw. Now comes the most important step is servo motor selection. A common mistake selecting a servo motor based on horsepower and wattage. But the professional machine design engineers don't work like this. Instead, they calculate required speed, force, torque, inertia, RMS torque, and finally verify the motor using manufacturer's catalog. In this video, we will exactly follow the same procedure used by machine builders. And before starting calculations, we need to define some machine requirements. And we have already know our stroke is 150 mm, maximum speed 300 mm per second, direction our travel is vertical, load means cutting head weight and cutting head mounting plate 15 kg, accuracy we need high accuracy and our accuracy requirement is plus minus 0.02 mm means 20 micron, and for motion transmission we are using a ball screw selected in previous video. This 6 parameter determines the entire servo sizing process. Changing any one of them changes motor selection. Let's understand how the laser head moves. A servo control axis follows a motion profile: acceleration, constant speed, deceleration, and stop. You can see this graph. On the downside there is a time and left hand side there is a speed, and these two lines determine acceleration and deceleration. Every servo motor follows this motion profile. During acceleration, the motor produces its highest torque. During constant speed, the required torque is much lower. Why speed alone is not enough? Because higher speed means higher size motor is required is not correct. For example, two machines can have the same speed. Machine A need to move only 5 kg weight and machine 2 is need to move 150 kg and both moves at 300 mm per second. It means machine 2 needs a higher torque because it has higher moment inertia. Servo motor selected based on torque and inertia, not speed alone. Now next step is to determine required linear speed. And we have a given data, we have a linear speed v is equal to 300 mm per second. Convert this into a meter per second, we get v is equal to 300 divided by 1000. So we get v is equal to 0.3 meter per second. We use meter per second in force calculation because the SI unit keeps the equation consistent. Next step is ball screw lead. We have selected a 10 mm lead in previous video. It means when ball screw rotates, the ball nut moves 10 mm. Now the most important step is calculating the servo RPM. This is the first actual servo motor sizing calculation step, where V is equal to 300 mm per second and lead is 10 mm. So substitute the values in the formula. We get N is equal to 300 multiplied by 60 divided by 10. So we get a required RPM 1800 RPM. We have already calculated in a previous video. This means the selected servo motor must run at 1800 RPM to achieve a linear speed 300 mm per second. Now next step is compare this 1800 RPM with industrial standards servo motor available speed. The servo motors are available 3000 RPM, 5000 RPM and 6000 RPM at its maximum speed, and rated speed is 2000 RPM, 3000 RPM and 4000 RPM. Our requirement is just 1800 RPM. It is very close to 3000 RPM, which follows comfortably within the rated operating range of industrial standard available servo motors. This means no gearbox is required from a speed perspective, and motor can directly drive a ball screw through a flexible coupling. Next step is to calculate axial force. Axial force is the force acting along the axis of ball screw, and this is the force the servo motor must overcome to move the laser cutting head. Force acting on the z-axis. First is gravity, second is acceleration force, third one is friction, and fourth one is external forces. But the laser cutting head does not experience the external forces like milling machine. So we consider only gravity and acceleration. Now we have to determine the required acceleration first. There is one important question. How quickly the laser cutting head reach 300 mm per second? Industrial laser cutting machines require smooth but responsive motion. A practical design choice is acceleration time is zero point 0.1 second. Why 0.1 second? Because we need smooth operation, high response time, and no excessive shock. And this 0.1 second time is common for lightweight z-axis machines. So now calculate acceleration. And kinematic equation is final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration multiplied by time. Put the values in the formula. Since the axis start from rest, so our initial velocity is 0, final velocity is 0.3 meter per second, and time is zero point 0.1 second. So our acceleration is a is equal to 0.3 minus 0 divided by 0.1. So we get acceleration 3 meter per second square. It means the z-axis must accelerate at 3 meter per second to reach its maximum speed in zero point 0.1 second. Now calculate acceleration force, and we know Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. Put the values in the formula where m is 15 kg and acceleration is 3 meter per second square. So we get F is equal to 15 multiplied by 3. So we get acceleration force 45 Newton. It means during the acceleration the servo motor must generate additional 45 Newtons just to increase the speed of moving mass. Since our z-axis movement is vertical, it means the gravity force is applied during a laser cutting head up movement and down movement. So we need to define that gravity force. F is equal to mg, where m is our total moving mass, means laser cutting head weight and laser cutting head mounting plate. So F is equal to 15 multiplied by 9.81, so we get 147.15 Newton. Now next step is to calculate axial force. Now we have calculated a gravitational force and acceleration force. We have both the values. Now we need to define a axial force. An axial force is equal to gravitational force plus acceleration force. So our acceleration force is 192.15 Newton. Round up this value 192 Newton. It means when laser cutting head move upside, there is a 192 Newton axial forces, and during downward motion gravity assists the motion. F is equal to 147.15 minus 45. So we get F is equal to 102 Newton. The servo motor experiences its highest load during upward acceleration. Therefore, 192 Newton becomes the governing design force for servo motor sizing. You may wonder why friction has not been added to the calculation. A preloaded ball screw and linear guide have rolling contact with very high mechanical efficiency, typically in between 90 to 95%. Instead of adding additional arbitrary friction force, we account these losses for later by using the ball screw efficiency in the torque calculation. This avoids counting the same losses twice. In the next video, we will calculating ball screw driving torque and also calculating ball screw efficiency, linear force to rotary torque conversion, starting torque, running torque, safety factor, peak torque, continuous torque. If you found this video helpful, like, share and subscribe the Machine Design Engineer YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks for watching.